Hello, welcome. This is going to be my July plan with me, and it's going to be really quick. Nice and simple. But first, we're going to go back to June and have a look at how it went. I'm a little bit behind on filling in the journal spreads here, so I'll get those updated before the end of the month. But overall, things went really well. My first goal here, maintain fitness. Um, was pretty good. I didn't do perfectly based on my plan, but I did quite a few runs. I ran an 8K for the first time in my life. I did a couple of strength workouts, and just in general, I stayed moving throughout the month, and that felt really nice. My 30 days of 3D has been a smashing success. I have done something in 3D every day for, 28 days as of this recording, but I plan to finish out the month strong and get the last couple days under my belt here. My read 4 books goal, I think I actually hit it. I need to tally up when I started the books I finished, but I finished at least 3, I think. So I did Strange the Dreamer, Muse of Nightmares, and Marcus Aurelius's Meditations, and then I think one other book. My game creature AI is well underway. I struggled with this one a little bit, getting like the framework for the code setup, but that is set up now, and I just need to get some stuff into it. So I have the framework. I need to actually define the different decisions and things. But that should be the easy part in theory. I did not spend any time outlining the new Skillshare course I want to make. That's okay though. I didn't really have time to get to it, and it's better to do these things sort of mindfully and not rush them. For the line of day, it was pretty good. We did have some sad news. One of my birds died this month, Zarok, so I wrote in her name and a frowny face. That's about all I could bear to write down, but, she lived a good long life, so I'm trying to be okay. As far as other news in June, it was a pretty normal month, a lot of work. Work got hectic, and then it wasn't hectic, and then it got hectic again. And then these past few days, it's been really, really hot, but most of the US has been really, really hot this week. Moving on to my next page here, the routine with all of my habits on it, separated by morning, afternoon, and evening. You can clearly see some of these I did better than others. I didn't meditate almost at all, which is a bummer because I really wanted to get that. I wanted to get that going, but it feels like a chore. Meditation is one of the things that I've never quite figured out how to make it seem like a natural part of the day. It always feels like a task that I need to do that requires effort. Other things like, flossing, getting my journaling in, they've kind of settled into a rhythm, but not so with meditation. As I mentioned earlier, my exercise has been going pretty well. Reading has been super fun this month. I've really gotten into reading. The cleaning has been fine. I could probably do more of it, but I think doing it as much as I have is an accomplishment. And then my evening habits have been stellar. I do most of these most days, making sure I've gotten at least 2 sort of healthy meals in, my evening journaling, washing my face, and then flossing. And then on the next page here, we have my 30 days of 3D log. I'm not going to read through all these here because I'm making a video that will show you everything I made. So stay tuned for that. Hit subscribe if you want to catch it when it's posted, which I'm not sure when it will be. Hopefully soon. I really just need to finish editing it. My dailies for this month have been really consistent. I think adding journaling as a habit has been really good because it reminds me to just take that minute to sit down and write some things out. I had a chance to play with some nice inks. You can see there's some shimmer on a lot of these pages. I used a shimmery blue and a shimmery pink. This kind of dusky pink color is the Robert Oster Rose Gold Antiqua, I think it's called. It's really nice. It's not as bright as I would like for a rose gold, but it's still a nice color. And I accidentally bought a bottle of it instead of a sample. So now we are here at the start of July. I've left a little bit on my pages to finish out June, but I don't think I'm even gonna use that whole spread. Maybe I'll do like a month review to fill up some space and just get thinking about how things are going. But we're on to July. July, which will put us officially past the halfway mark for 2021. And I'm going to put everything I want for this month on one spread. And it's all just going to be black and white, nice and simple. I'll probably fill in the habit tracker and stuff with colorful pen ink. But other than that, it's going to be very minimally decorated. I'm just doing some lettering here for the headers, and let me explain what I'm doing on these pages. So each page has a sort of mini habit tracker. The left page is going to have sort of the health habits, things that are for, keeping me maintained and my house maintained and things like that. And then next to it, we have a column titled game. I want to continue doing daily work on my game, even if I'm not officially marking it as a challenge or officially marking it as 3D work every day. I want to remind myself, looking at this log, that a little bit of progress every day is how I'm going to get this game done. And I did so much in June. And I'm so proud. And I just think, I can keep going. And we can get this game done, and it'll be really fun to see the finished product and, play it. Actually play a game I've made would be crazy. So that's the left side, a sort of life, health, habits, and the game log. And then on the right side, what I really wanted to do for July is a spending tracker, but I've done spending trackers in the past, and they're never really as useful as I want them to be, just because I spend the money I need to spend and I don't always remember to mark it down in the journal. I don't always remember to reflect on it. So instead of doing a spending tracker, I'm doing a couple of habits that I think will support saving money rather than spending money, and then next to those habits, I'm going to do a gratitude tracker. So just a little note about what I have in my life already that I'm grateful for, to sort of incite feelings of adequacy. I have enough. I know that I have enough. And just feeling that, I think, is going to help not spend more money than we have. Which, I'll be honest, we've been spending a lot of money on food pretty much the whole past year, getting everything delivered. We don't have to get everything delivered anymore since we're both fully vaccinated, but food continues to be one of our big spends, is on getting restaurant food. So I'll get into that when I talk about the habits, but let me talk about the habits on the first page first. So the sort of health and life habits I have, the first on our habits side is supplements, making sure I'm taking vitamin D, fish oil, and then I've also just started a hair supplement that I'm not sure about yet. I mean, I'm really just testing it out to see how it goes. So I won't, of course, hair grows very slowly. I won't really see results from that for several months, but I want to make sure I'm taking it consistently so that any results that I do or don't see, I know it's because of the supplements. If I forget to take them half the time, that doesn't help me very much. So that's why I've added that. My next habit is reading. Just gonna keep reading. My next two habits are related to exercise. I have one for move and one for stretch. So I want to make sure every day, at least a little bit, I'm moving around in my body, whether it's a run, a strength workout, or if I'm having just a really hard day, just setting a timer for 15 minutes and walking for 15 minutes. Usually I'll walk and I'll read a book on my phone with the Kindle app for just 15 minutes, and then that'll be enough. And then stretching. This also is going to be really minimal. I just want to make sure I'm maintaining mobility. I have really tight muscles in my ankles and my hips and my let's see, I think it's my quads. I always forget the quad and the hamstring. I forget which side of the leg they're on, but I just have a lot of really tight muscles, probably related to sitting all day, every day. So I want to make sure I'm stretching. And then my last two habits are face, for my washing my face and taking care of my skin, and then floss, which you know by now. I put it on there because if it's not on here, I will stop doing it. I don't have I haven't internalized the importance of flossing. I need to like trick myself into doing it because it's probably my least favorite like daily sort of task. And then on the gratitude side, those habits related to money, I only have 4. So I have meditate is the first one, and that's kind of along the same lines of gratitude, where if I'm taking some time each day to just really center, think about me in the present moment, I think that'll help a lot with controlling spending, controlling the urges to buy things. My next one is clean. Just keeping my home tidy and enjoyable to live in will prevent me from spending money on things, that maybe I think will improve this house. So meditate, clean, and then the next two are more directly money related. The first one is meals under $3. This will be pretty easy for breakfast and lunch, especially if I'm doing the meal replacement powders, because they tend to be a little bit cheaper because I get them in bulk. And I don't want to be too strict about this. Like if I need to estimate, that's fine. I'm not going to calculate out like every grain of rice that I've eaten or something. But I think if most days, most meals are below $3, I think that'll be good for our grocery budget. And then finally, no spend. So I will mark in a box on this habit for every day that I don't decide to spend money on something that is not necessary. So I don't expect this to be full all the way through the whole month. I don't think that's realistic. But I think knowing that this habit is here will make me take that extra moment. Like is this actually something I need to purchase? Do I need to purchase it right now, or can it wait? But that's it for July. Very simple spread. I've really been attracted to keeping my journals simple lately because I just don't have the time or the energy to deal with anything more elaborate. And having it all on one page is great. I noticed, this is gonna sound really silly, but I noticed when I had the 2 monthly pages, I would forget to fill one of them out just because it was one more flip of the page. Like that seems ridiculous, but that really is how busy I've felt and how much I've had on my plate for the past couple months, that turning a page feels like too much work. So it's important to let your journal be what you need it to be and not put too much expectation on it. And that's what I've done this month. I have a good feeling about July. I'm excited to keep working on my game. I'm very pleased with how it's going. I feel like it's really gonna start happening soon. Like it's really gonna start being a game soon, and that's thrilling to me. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. I hope you got something out of this, maybe some ideas for your journal. Let me know in the comments what your big goal for July is. I'll be back soon with another video, which should be my 30 days of 3D recap video. So don't forget to subscribe, and I hope to see you there. Bye bye.